Alright, so this here is an introduction to my Japanese naval shipbuilding chart, spanning January 1920 to September 1945. I've been working on this project on and off since September of this year, 2021, and I think it's in a state where the majority of people interested in the Imperial Japanese Navy and naval history in general will find some value in it. At least it's interesting to look at. So this chart itself goes month by month from 1920 to 1945 and includes all these multiple tabs here at the bottom that we'll talk about. So this project began for multiple reasons, but I think mostly I was just interested in seeing visually what Japanese warship building looked like from this time period here, from the 20s to the 30s into the war years. So most of my data comes from a couple different places. Mostly, I have to give thanks to Combined Fleet for providing a lot of information. And secondly, I used, the classic Wikipedia. So both English language Wikipedia and then Google translated Japanese Wikipedia. So, there were times when like the two Wikipedia pages had conflicting information, or even a couple times where like all three had conflicting information. So, you're just using your Google skills, see if you can find other online sources that can at least collaborate with one of the two and or the three. I kind of erred towards the Combined Fleet website the most for its information. And I believe that they have a good group there who's been doing a lot of historical research. The first tab here just documents ships when they were in the slipway or the dry dock building phase. We have on the left side the various shipyards where ships were constructed, starting with the 4 Japanese-owned naval arsenals, followed by civilian shipyards. Now this tab also includes various projects of ship construction that I was unsure if work required dry docking. If we scroll over, we see that's some of the Mogami class refits, various other carrier conversions. So I added those just in case they did. They're just kind of saved, I guess, for historical research. So take a look at this page here. Scrolls all the way down and it goes all the way to 1945. Now the second tab here includes pretty much some of the same information. We have in red when the ship was occupying the slipway or the dry dock, and then we have yellow here for when the ship was in the fitting out phase. So you can kind of visualize how long it took these ships to be completed. And then like before, we have various grayed out areas when ships were halted or have other sort of situations involving their construction. Most of them are halted, but as you look around, you might see something else. And lastly here with the tabs on the bottom, I have an assortment of maps made by the U.S. military either during the war in 1945 or post-war during the occupation in 1946. And just take a look at all the maps. They have a lot of interesting information regarding dry docks, slipways, various other features of the naval arsenals and shipyards. The ones that I do not have are shipyards around Osaka and Kobe. I've just not been able to find them. I haven't looked that hard for them yet. That's just kind of a work in progress. So we have most of the shipyards that were listed on the tabs, tabs 1 and tabs 2. That's pretty much it. I will include the links to the Excel spreadsheet in the video description, and then also the links to these maps here in the video description as well. So take a look at those and let me know what you think. Thanks.